Sir Hugh, pursue me not. I will make a star chamber matter of it. If he were 20, Sir John Falstaff, he shall not abuse Rita Shallow, Esquire.
In the county of Gloucester, Justice of Peace.
Aye, cousin Slender.
If Sir John Falstaff have committed disparagements unto you, I am of the church and will be glad to do my benevolence to make atonements and compromises between you.
The council shall bear it. It is a riot.
It does not meet the council here a riot. There is no fear of God in a riot.
If I were young again, the sword shall end it.
There is also another device in my praying. There is Anne Page, which is daughter to Master Thomas Page, which is pretty virginity.
Mistress Anne Page, she has brown hair and speaks small like a woman.
It is that very person for all the world, as just as you will desire, and 700 pounds of money, and gold and silver, is her grandsire upon his death's bed, a gift when she is able to overtake 17 years old. It were good motion if we leave our pribbles and prabbles behind, and desire a marriage between Master Abraham and Mistress Anne Page.
I know the young gentlewoman. She has good gifts.
700 pounds in possibilities is good gifts.
Well, let us see honest Master Page. Is Falstaff there?
Shall I tell you a lie? I do despise a liar as I do despise one that is false, or as I despise one that is not true. The knight, Sir John, is there, and I beseech you, be ruled by your well-willers. I will peat the door for Master Page. What ho! God bless your house here.
Who's there?
Here is God's blessing, and your friend, and Justice Shallow, and here young Master Slender.
I am glad to see your worships well. I thank you for my venison, Mistress Shallow.
Master Page, I am glad to see you. Much good to your heart. I wish your venison better. It was ill killed. How doth good Mistress Page, and I thank you always with my heart, la, with my heart.
I am glad to see you, good Master Slender.
Is John Falstaff here?
Sir, he is within, and I would I could do a good office between you.
It is spoken as Christians ought to speak.
He hath wronged me, Master Page.
Sir, he doth in some sort confess it.
If it be confessed, it is not reticent. It is not that so, Master Page. He hath wronged me indeed, he hath. A word, he hath believed me. Rita Shallow, Esquire, saith he is wronged.
Here comes Sir John.
Now, Master Shallow, you'll complain of me to the king?
Knight, you have beaten my men, killed my deer, and broke open my lodge.
But not kissed your keeper's daughter.
A pen, this shall be answered.
I will answer it straight. I have done all this. That is now answered.
The council shall know this.
'Twere better for you if it were known in council. You will be laughed at. Slender, I broke your head. What matter have you against me?
Marry, sir, I have matter in my head against you, and against your conny-catching rascals, Bardolph, Nym, and Pistol. Aye, 'tis no matter.
Oh no, Mephistopheles.
Aye, 'tis no matter.
Slice, I say. Paka, slice. That's my humor.
Where's Simple, my man? Can you tell, cousin?
Peace, I pray you. Now, let us understand. There is 3 umpires in this matter, as I understand. That is Master Page, Fiddlecit Master Page, and there is myself, Fiddlecit myself, and the 3 partiers, lastly and finally, mine host of the garter.
We 3 to hear it and end it between them.
Very good. I will make a proof of it in my notebook, and we will afterwards irk upon the cause with as great discreetly as we can.
Pistol!
He hears with ears.
The devil in his tam. What phrase is this? He hears with ears?
Pistol,
These affectations.
did you pick Master Slender's purse?
Aye, by these gloves did he, or I would I might never come in mine own chamber again else.
Is this true, Pistol?
Froth and scum, thou liest.
By these gloves then, 'twas he.
Be advised, sir, and pass good humors.
By this hat then, he in the red hat had it, for though I cannot remember what I did when you made me drunk, yet I am not altogether an ass.
What say you, Scarlet and John?
He says the gentleman had talked himself out of his 5 sentences.
It is his 5 senses.
Yeah, and he was cashiered.
If I be drunk, I'll be drunk with those that have the fear of God, and not with drunken knaves.
So God judge me. That is a virtuous mind.
You hear all these matters denied, gentlemen. You hear it.
How now, Mistress Ford?
Mistress Ford, by my troth, you are very well met. By your leave, good mistress.
Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, we have a hot venison pasty to dinner. Come, gentlemen, I hope we shall drink down all unkindness.
I had rather than 40 shillings I had my book of songs and sonnets here. How now, Simple? Where have you been? Oh, I must wait on myself, must I?
Come, cuz, come. We stay for you. A word with you, cuz. Mary, this cuz, there is as 20 a tender and a kind of tenter made a fair off by Sir Hugh here. Do you understand me?
Aye, sir, you shall find me reasonable. If it be so, I shall do that. That is reason.
Nay, but do you understand me?
So I do, sir.
Give ear to his notions, Master Slender. I will description the matter to you if you be capacity of it.
Nay, I will do as my cousin Shallow says.
But that is not the question. The question is concerning your marriage to Mistress Anne Page.
Why, if it be so, I will marry her upon any reasonable demands.
But can you affection the woman? Can you carry your goodwill to the maid?
Cousin Abraham Slender, can you love her?
Why, I hope so, sir. I will do it as it shall become one that would do reason.
Nay, God's lords and his ladies, you must speak positable. If you can carry her, your desires towards her.
That you must. Will you, upon good dowry, marry her?
I will marry her, sir, at your request. But if there be no great love in the beginning, yet heaven may decrease it upon better acquaintance when we are married and have more occasion to know one another, I hope upon familiarity will grow contempt. But if you say, marry her, I will marry her that I am freely dissolved and dissolutely.
I think my cousin meant well.
Aye, or else I might be hanged, law.
Here comes fair Mistress Anne.
The dinner is on the table. My father desires your worship's company.
I will wait on him, fair Mistress Anne.
Odds blessed will, I will not be absent at the grace.
Will it please your worship to come in, sir?
No, I thank you. Forsooth, heartedly. I am very well.
The dinner attends you, sir.
I am not hungry. I thank you. Forsooth, go, sirrah. For all you are my man, go wait upon my cousin Shallow.
I may not go in without your worship. They will not sit till you come.
Faith, I'll eat nothing. I thank you as though as much I did.
I pray you, sir, walk in.
I had rather walk here. I thank you. I bruised my shin the other day with playing at sword and dagger with the master of fence. 3 pennies for a dish of stewed prunes, and by my troth, I cannot abide the smell of hot meat since. Oh, why do your dogs bark so? Are there bears in the town?
I think there are, sir. I heard them talked of.
Oh, you are not afraid if you see the bear loose, are you not?
Aye, indeed, sir.
Women indeed cannot abide by him. They are very ill-favored, rough things.
Gentle Master Slender, come, we stay for you.
I'll eat nothing, I thank you, sir.
By gawk and pie, you shall not choose, sir. Come, come.
Nay, pray, lead the way.
Come on, sir.
I'll rather be unmannerly than troublesome. You do yourself wrong indeed, law.
Mine host of the Garter.
What says my bully rook? Speak scholarly and wisely.
Truly, mine host, I must turn away some of my followers.
Discard, bully Hercules. Cashier, let them wag, trot, trot.
I sit at £10 a week.
Thou art an emperor. Caesar, Kaiser, and Caesar. In Bardolph, he shall draw, he shall tap, let him follow. Let me see thee froth and lime. I am at a word. Follow.
Bardolph, follow him. A tapster is a good trade. Go, adieu.
It is the life that I desired. I shall thrive.
Oh, base Hungarian wight, wilt thou the spigot wield?
He was gotten in drink.
I am glad I am so acquit of this tinderbox. His thefts were too open. Well, sirs, I am almost out at heels.
Well, then, let kibes ensue.
There is no remedy. I must coney catch. I must shift.
Young ravens must have food.
Which of you know Ford of this town?
I ken the wight. He's of substance good.
My honest lads, I will tell you what I am about.
2 yards and more.
No quips now, pistol. Indeed, I am in the waist 2 yards about, but I am now about no waste. I am about thrift. Briefly, I do mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainment in her. She discourses, she carves, she gives the leer of invitation. I can construe the action of her familiar style. And the hardest voice of her behavior, to be Englished rightly, is, I am Sir John Falstaff's.
Oh, he hath studied her well, and translated her will out of honesty into English.
Will that humor pass?
Now the report goes she hath all the rule of her husband's purse. He hath a legion of angels.
As many devils entertain, and to her, boy, say I.
The humor rises. It is good. Humor me, the angels.
I have writ me here a letter to her, and here another to Page's wife, who even now gave me good eyes too, examined me with most judicious walades. Sometimes the beam of her view gilded my foot, sometimes my portly belly.
Then did the sun on dunghill shine.
I thank thee for that humor.
Oh, she did so course o'er my exteriors with such a greedy intention that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me up like a burning glass. Here's another letter to her too. She bears the purse. They shall be my East and West Indies, and I will trade to them both. Go bear thou this letter, to Mistress Page, and this to Mistress Ford. We will thrive, lads. We will thrive.
Shall I, Sir Pandarus of Troy, become, and by my side wear steel? Then Lucifer, take all.
I will run no base humor. Here, take the humor letter. I will keep the behavior of reputation.
Hold, Sarah, bear you these letters tightly. Rogues, hence, avaunt!
Let vultures gripe thy guts, base Phrygian Turk.
I have operations which be humors of revenge.
Wilt thou revenge?
By Welkin and her star.
With wit or steel?
With both the humors, I will discuss the humor of this love to Page.
And I to Ford shall eke unfold how Falstaff, varlet vile, his dove will prove, his gold will hold, and his soft couch defile.
My humor shall not cool. I will incense Page to deal with poison, for the revolt of mine is dangerous. That is my true humor.
Thou art the Mars of malcontents. I second thee. Troop on.
What, John Rugby? Go to the casement and see if you see my master, Master Dr. Caius, coming. If he do, a faith, and find anybody in the house, here will be an old abusing of God's patience and the king's English.
I'll go watch.
Go, and we'll have a posset for it soon at night, in faith, at the latter end of a sea-coal fire. Oh, an honest, willing, kind fellow, as ever servant shall come in house withal, and I warrant you, no telltale, nor no breed bait. Peter Simple, you say your name is?
Aye, for fault of a better.
And Master Slender's your master?
Aye, forsooth.
Does he not wear a great round beard?
No, forsooth, he hath but a little wee face.
A softly sprited man, is he not?
Aye, forsooth, but he is as tall a man of his hands as any is between this and his head.
How say you?
Yes, indeed, does he.
Well, heaven send Anne Page no worse fortune. Tell your master Evans that I will do what I can for your master. Anne is a good girl, and I wish that she could match with the right man. And the problem is that more than one is in love with her. Oh my, I think my master is coming. Oh, we shall all be shent. Run in here, young man. Run, go into this closet. He will not stay long. What, John Rugby? John! What, John, I say? Oh, John, go inquire for my master. I doubt he be not well that he comes not home. Where three ravens sat on a tree.
But if you sing, I do not like the toys. Pray you, go and fetch me in my closet un boîtier vert.
Huh?
A box.
What?
A grain of box.
Oh,
To intend what I speak, a grain a box.
I forsooth, I'll fetch it you. Ooh. I am glad he did not go in himself. If he had found the young man, he would have been horn mad.
Fais, ma foi, il faut for chaud, j'ai me vaille à la cour la grande affaire.
Is it this, sir?
Oui. Where is that knave, Jacques Rugby?
What? John Rugby? John!
Here, sir!
You are Jean Rugby, and you are Jacques Rugby. Now come, take your rapier and come after my heel to the court.
'Tis ready, sir, here in the porch.
By my throat, I tarry too long. Oh, odds me, quelle j'oublié. There is some simples in my closet that I will not for the world I shall leave behind.
I me, you'll find the young man here and be mad.
Diable, that is my closet, the villain Laron. Rugby, my rapier.
Good master, be content.
Wherefore shall I be content on?
The young man is an honest man.
What shall the honest man do in my closet? There is no honest man that shall come in my closet.
Hear the truth. He came of an errand to me from Master Parson Hugh.
Well,
Aye, forsooth, to desire her to speak for...
Peace your tongue. Speak of your tale.
To desire this honest gentlewoman, your maid, to speak a good word to Mistress Anne Page for my master in the way of marriage.
Sir Hugh, send a you. Rugby, Buy me some paper. Tarry you a little while.
I am glad he is so quiet. If he had been thoroughly moved, you should have heard him so loud and so melancholy. But notwithstanding that, I'll do your master what good I can. And the very yea and the no of it is, the French doctor, my master, is in love with Mistress Anne Page. But notwithstanding that, I know Anne's mind. That's neither here nor there.
You, Jaconape, give this a letter to Sir Hugh. By gar, it is a challenge. I will cut his throat in the park. I will teach a scurvy Jaconape priest to meddle or make. You may be gone. It is not good you tarry here. By gar, I will cut his both stones.
Alas, he speaks but for his friend.
It is no matter of that. Do not you tell me that I shall have un page for myself? By God, I will have myself have un page.
Sir, the maid loves you, and all shall be well. We must give folks leave to pray. What the good cheer?
Ruby, come to the court with me. By God, if I have not un page, I shall turn your head out of my door. Follow my heels, Rugby.
You'll have a fool's head of your own. No, I know Anne's mind. That I do. Nor can do more for her than I do with her. I thank heaven.
Who's within there? Ho! How now, good woman? How dost thou?
The better that it pleases your good worship to ask.
What news? How does pretty Mistress Anne?
In truth, sir, she is pretty and honest and gentle and one that is your friend.
Shall I do any good, thinkest thou? Shall I not lose my suit?
Troth, sir, all is in his hands above. But notwithstanding, Master Fenton, I'll be sworn on a book she loves you. Well, go to.
Well, I shall see her today. Hold, there's money for thee. Let me have thy voice in my behalf. If thou seest her before me, commend me.
Will I? If fate that we will.
Well, farewell. I am in great haste now.
Farewell to your worship. Truly an honest gentleman, but Anne loves him not. For I know Anne's mind as well as another does. Out upon it, what have I forgot?
What? Have I scraped love letters in the holiday time of my beauty? And am I now a subject for them? Let me see. Ask me no reason why I love you. You are not young. No more am I. Go then, there's sympathy. You are merry, so am I. Ha, ha. Then there's more sympathy. You love sack, and so do I. Would you desire better sympathy? Let it suffice thee, Mistress Page, that I love thee. I will not say pity me, 'tis not a soldier-like phrase, but I say love me. By me, thine own true knight, or any kind of light, with all his might, for thee to fight. John Falstaff! Oh, wicked world! Why, he hath not been thrice in my company. How shall I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be, as sure as his guts are made of puddings.
Mistress Page, trust me, I was going to your house.
And trust me, I was coming to you. You look very ill. What's the matter, woman?
Oh, woman, if it were not for one trifling respect, I could come to such honor.
Hang the trifle, woman, take the honor. What is it?
If I would but go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted.
What thou liest, Sir Alice Ford.
We burn daylight. Here, read, read. What tempest I trow through this whale ashore at Windsor? How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way were to entertain him with hope till the wicked fire of lust have melted him in his own grease. Did you ever hear the like?
letter for letter, but that the name of Page and Ford differs. Here's the twin brother of thy letter, but let thine inherit first, for I protest mine never shall.
Why, this is the very same. The very hand, the very words. What doth he think of us?
Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting, give him a show of comfort in his suit, and lead him on with a fine baited delay, till he hath pawned his horses to mine host of the Garter.
Nay, I will consent to act any villainy against him that may not sully the chariness of our honesty. Oh, that my husband saw this letter, it would give eternal food to his jealousy.
Why, look, where he comes, and my good man too. He's as far from jealousy as I am from giving him cause, and that, I hope, is an unmeasurable distance.
You are the happier woman.
Let's consult together against this greasy knight. Come, hither.
Well, I hope it be not so.
Hope is a curdle dog in some affairs. Sir John affects thy wife.
Why, sir, my wife is not young.
He woos both high and low, both rich and poor, both young and old, one with another. Ford.
Love my wife.
Oh, odious is the name.
What name, sir?
The Horn, I say. Farewell. Take heed. Have open eye, for thieves do foot by night. Take heed ere summer comes or cuckoo birds do sing. Away, Corporal Nym. Believe it, Page. He speaks sense.
I will be patient. I will find out this.
And this is true. He loves your wife. There's the short and the long. My name is Corporal Nym. I speak and I avouch. 'Tis true. My name is Nym, and Falstaff loves your wife. Adieu.
Here's a fellow who frights English out of his wits.
I will speak out Falstaff.
I never heard such a drawling, affecting rogue.
Whither go you, George? Hark you?
How now, sweet Frank? Why art thou melancholy?
I, melancholy? I am not melancholy. Get you home, go.
Faith, thou hast some crotchets in thy head. Now will you go, Mistress Page?
Have with you. You'll come to dinner, George? Look who comes yonder. She shall be our messenger to this paltry night.
Trust me, I thought on her. She'll fit it.
You are come to see my daughter Anne?
Aye, forsooth, and I pray, how does good Mistress Anne?
Go in with us and see. We have an hour's talk with you.
Oh.
How now, Master Ford?
You heard what this knave told me, did you not?
Yes. And you heard what the other told me?
Do you think there is truth in them?
I do not think the knight would offer it. But these that accuse him in his intent towards our wives are a yoke of his discarded men. Very rogues, now they be out of service.
Were they his men?
Marry, were they?
I like it never the better for that. Does he lie at the Garter?
Aye, marry he does. If he should intend this voyage towards my wife, I would turn her loose to him. And when he gets more than her sharp words, let it lie on my head.
I do not misdoubt my wife, but I would be loath to turn them together. A man may be too confident. I would have nothing on my head. I cannot be this satisfied.
Look where my ranting host of the Garter comes. There is either liquor in his pate or money in his purse when he looks so merrily. How now, mine host?
How now, Bully Rook? How's it, thou art a gentleman, Cavaliero Justice, I say?
I follow, mine host, I follow. Good eve and 20, good Master Page. Master Page, will you go with us? We have sport in hand.
Tell him, Cavaliero Justice. Tell him, Bully Rook.
Sir, There's a fray to be fought between Sir Hugh, the Welsh priest, and Caius, the French doctor.
Good mine host of the garter, a word with you.
What sayest thou, my bully rook?
Will you go with us to behold it? Mine merry host hath had the measuring of their weapons, and I think hath appointed them country places, for believe me, I hear the person is no jester. Hark, will you go with us, with our sport shall be?
Hast thou no suit against my...
None, I protest. But I'll give you a puddle of burnt sack to give me recourse to him, and tell him my name is Brooke, but only for a jest.
My hand believe thou shalt have egress and regress, said I well, and thy name shall be Brooke. It is a merry night. Will you go?
Have with you, mine host.
I have heard the Frenchman hath good skill in his rapier.
Tut, sir, he hath the heart, Master Page. 'Tis here, 'tis here.
Here, boys, here. Shall we wag?
Have with you. I would rather hear them scold than fight.
Though Page be a secure fool and stand so firmly on his wife's frailty, yet I cannot put off my opinion so easily. She was in his company at Page's house, and what they made there I know not. Well, I will look further into it, and I have a disguise to sound Falstaff. If I find her honest, I lose not my labor. If she be otherwise, 'tis labor well bestowed.
I will not lend thee a penny.
Why then, the world's mine oyster, which I with sword will open.
Not a penny. I have been content, sir, you should lay my countenance to pawn. I have grated upon my good friends for 3 reprieves for you and your coach fellow Nym. I am damned in hell for swearing to my gentlemen, my friends, you were good soldiers and tall fellows. And when Mistress Bridget lost the handle of her fan, I took it upon mine honor thou hadst it not.
Didst not thou share? Hadst not thou 15 pence?
Reason, you rogue, reason. Thinkst thou I'll endanger my soul gratis? At a word, hang no more about me. I am no gibbet for you. Go, you'll not bear a letter for me, you rogue? You stand upon your honor? Why, thou unconfinable baseness. It is as much as I can do to keep the terms of my honor precise. I myself, sometimes leaving the fear of God to the left hand and hiding mine honor in my necessity, am fain to shuffle, to hedge, and to lurch, and yet you rogue, will ensconce your rags, your catamountain looks, your red lattice phrases, and your bold beating oaths under the shelter of your honor. You will not do it, you.
I do relent. What would thou more of me?
Sir, here's a woman would speak with you.
Let her approach.
Give your worship good morrow.
Oh, good morrow, good wife.
No, not so, and it please your worship.
Good maid, then.
Shall I vouchsafe your worship a word or
2,000, fair woman, and I'll vouchsafe thee the hearing.
There is one Mistress Ford, sir. I pray, come a little nearer this way. I myself dwell with Master Dr. Caius.
Well, Mistress Ford, what of her?
Why, sir, she's a good creature, Lord. Your worship's a wanton.
Mistress Ford, come, Mistress Ford.
Marry, this is the short and long of it. You have brought her into such a canary's as 'tis wonderful. The best courtier of them all, when the court lay at Windsor, could never have brought her to such a canary. Yet there has been knights and lords and gentlemen in their coaches. I warrant you, coach after coach, letter after letter, gift after gift, smelling so sweetly, all musk and all silk and gold, and I warrant you, they could never get an eye wink of her.
But what says she to me? Be brief, my good she Mercury.
Marry, She hath received your letter, for the which she thanks you 1,000 times, and she gives you to notify that her husband will be in absence from their house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Aye, forsooth. And then you may come and see the picture, she says, that you wot of. Master Ford, her husband, will be from home.
10 and 11. Woman, commend me to her. I will not fail her.
Why, you say well, but I have another message to your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations to you, and let me tell you in your ear, she bade me tell your worship that her husband is seldom from home, but she hopes there will come a time. I never knew a woman so dote upon a man. Surely I think you have charms, la, yes, in truth.
Not I assure thee, setting the attractions of my good parts aside, I have no other charm.
Blessing on your heart, Fort.
But I pray thee, tell me this, has Ford's wife and Page's wife acquainted each other how they love me?
That were a jest indeed. They have not so little grace. Oh, that were a trick indeed. Oh, but Mistress Page would desire you to send her your little page of all loves, that well, her husband hath a marvelous infection to the little page, and truly Master Page is an honest man. Never a wife in Windsor leads a better life than she does. You must send her your page, no remedy.
Why, I will.
Nay, but do so then. And look you, he may come and go between you both, and in any case have a nay word, that you may know one another's mind, and the boy need never understand anything.
Fare thee well. Commend me to them both. There's my purse. I am yet thy debtor. Boy, go along with this woman. This news distracts me.
This punk is one of Cupid's carriers. Clap on more sails. Pursue. Up with your fights. Give fire. She is my prize, or ocean whelm them all.
Sayest thou so, old Jack? Go thy ways. I'll make more of thy old body than I have done. Will they yet look after thee? Wilt thou, after the expense of so much money, be now a gainer? Good body, I thank thee.
Sir John, there's one Master Brooke below would fain speak with you and be acquainted with you, and hath sent your worship the morning's draught of sack.
Brooke is his name.
Aye, sir.
Call him in. Such brooks so welcome to me that o'erflow such liquor. Aha, Mistress Ford and Mistress Page, have I encompassed you? Go to via.
Bless you, sir.
And you, sir, would you speak with me?
I make bold to press with you, so little preparation upon you.
You are welcome. What's your will? Give us leave, drawer.
Sir, I am a gentleman that have spent much. My name is Brooke.
Good Master Brooke, I desire more acquaintance of you.
Good Sir John, I sue for yours. And not to charge you, for I must let you understand, I think myself in better plight for a lender than you are, the which hath something emboldened me to this unseasoned intrusion. For they say, if money go before, always do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, sir, and will on.
Truth, and I have a bag of money here troubles me, if you will help to bear it. Sir John, take all, or half, for easing me of the carriage.
Sir, I know not how I may deserve to be your porter.
I will tell you, sir, if you will give me the hearing.
Speak, good Master Brooke, I shall be glad to be your servant.
Sir, I hear you are a scholar. I will be brief with you, and you have been a man long known to me, though I have never had so good means as desire to make myself acquainted with you. I shall discover a thing to you wherein I must very much lay open mine own imperfection. But, good Sir John, as you have one eye upon my follies, as you hear them unfolded, and turn another into the register of your own, that I may pass with reproof the easier, sith you yourself know how easy it is to be such an offender.
Very well, sir, proceed.
There is a gentlewoman in this town. Her husband's name is Ford.
Well, sir.
I have long loved her, and I have pursued her as love hath pursued me. Whatsoever I have merited, either in my mind or in my means, need I am sure I have received none.
Have you received no promise of satisfaction at her hands?
Never.
Have you importuned her to such a purpose?
Never.
Of what quality was your love then?
Like a fair house built on another man's ground, so that I have lost my edifice by mistaking the place where I erected it.
To what purpose have you unfolded this to me?
When I have told you that, I have told you all. Some say that though she appear honest to me, yet in other places she enlargeth her mirth so far that there is shrewd construction made of her. Now, Sir John, here's the heart of my purpose. Well, you are a gentleman of excellent breeding.
Oh, sir.
Believe it, for you know it. I have money. There it is. Spend it, spend more. Spend all I have. Only give me so much of your time in exchange of it as to lay an amiable siege to the honesty of this Ford's wife. Use your art of wooing. Win her to consent.
Would it apply well to the vehemency of your affection that I should win what you would enjoy? Methinks you prescribe to yourself very preposterously.
Understand my drift. She dwells so securely on the excellency of her honor that the folly of my soul dares not present itself. If I come to her with any detection in my hand, my desires and instance and argument to commend themselves, I could drive her from the ward of her purity, her reputation, her marriage vow, and 1,000 other her defenses, which now are too strong.
Master Brooke, I will first make bold with your money. Next, give me your hand. And last, as I am a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Oh, good sir.
I say you shall.
Want no money, Sir John, for you shall want none.
Want no Mistress Ford, Master Brooke, you shall want none. I shall be with her, I may tell you, by her own appointment, even as you came into me, her assistant or go-between, parted from me. I say I shall be with her between 10 and 11. For at that time the jealous rascally knave, her husband, will be forth. Come you to me at night, you shall know how I speed.
I am blessed in your acquaintance. Do you know Ford, sir?
Hang him, poor cuckoldly knave. I know him not, yet I wrong him to call him poor. They say the jealous wittly knave hath masses of money, for the which his wife seems to me well favored. I will use her as the key to the cuckoldly rogue's coffer, and there's my harvest home.
I would you knew Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him.
Hang him, mechanical salt butter rogue. I will stare him out of his wits. I will awe him with my cudgels. Master Brooke, thou shalt know I will predominate over the present, and thou shalt lie with his wife. Come to me soon at night.
What a damned Epicurean rascal is this? My heart is ready to crack with impatience. Who says this is improvident jealousy? My wife hath said to him, the hour is fixed, the match is made. Would any man have thought this? Ha, see the hell of having a false woman, cuckold, the devil or ass. He will trust his wife, he will not be jealous. I will rather trust a Fleming with my butter, Parson Hugh the Welshman with my cheese, an Irishman with my aquavitae bottle, and a thief with my ambling gelding. God be praised for my jealousy. 11 o'clock the hour? I will prevent this. Detect my wife, be revenged on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. Fie, fie, fie. Cuckold, cuckold, cuckold.
Jacques Rugby?
Yes, sir.
What is the clock, Jacques?
'Tis past the hour, sir. The Sir Hugh promised to meet.
By God, he has saved his soul that he is no come. By God, Jacques Rugby, he is dead already if he be come.
He is wise, sir. He knew your worship would kill him if you came.
Take your rapier, Jacques. I will tell you how I will kill him.
Alas, sir, I cannot fence.
Villainy, take your rapier.
Ah, forbear! Here's company.
Bless thee, bully doctor.
Save you, Master Dr. Caius.
Oh, good Master Doctor.
What be
Save you
all
good
you?
morrow,
1,
sir.
2, 3, 4, come for?
To see thee fight? Is he dead?
By God, he is the coward. He is not show his face.
He is the wiser man, Master Doctor. He is a cure of souls, and you, a cure of bodies. If you should fight, you go against the hair of your profession. Is it not true, Master Page? Master Dr. Caius, I come to fetch you home. I am sworn of the peace. You showed yourself a wise physician, and Sir Hugh has shown himself a wise and patient churchman. You must go with me, Master Doctor.
Pardon, guest justice. A word, Monsieur Mockwater.
Mockwater? What is that?
Mockwater, in our English language, is valor, bully.
By God, then I have as much mock-water as the Englishman. Scurvy jackadog priest. By God, me will cut his ears.
He will clap-a-claw thee tightly, bully.
Clapper de claw? What is that?
That is, he will make thee amends.
By God, me do look he shall clapper de claw me, for by God, me will have it.
And I will provoke him to it, or let him wag.
Me thank you for that.
Go you through the town to Frogmore.
Sir Hugh is there, is he?
He is there. Will it do well?
We will do it.
Adieu, good Master Doctor.
Thank God. Me will kill the priest, for he speak for a jackanape to un page.
Let him die. Go about the fields with me through Frogmore. I will bring thee where Mistress Anne Page is, at a farmhouse of feasting, and thou shalt woo her.
By God, I love you, and I shall procure you the good guest.
For the which I will be thy adversary towards Anne Page. That I will?
By God, 'tis good. Well said.
Let us wag then.
Come out to my heels, Jacques Rugby.
I pray you now, good Master Slender's serving man, and friend Simple by your name, which way have you looked for Master Caius that calls himself Dr. Physic?
Marry, sir, the Pity Ward, the Park Ward, every way, Old Windsor way, and every way but the town way.
I most vehemently desire you will also look that way.
I will, sir.
Bless my soul. I shall be glad if you have deceived me. How melancholy as I am. Mercy on me. I have a great dispositions to cry.
Yonder he's coming. This way, Sir Hugh.
He's welcome. What weapon is he?
No weapons, sir. There comes my master, Master Shallow, and another gentleman from Frogmore, over the stile this way.
Pray you, give me my gown, or else keep it in your arms.
How now, Master Parson? Good morrow, good Sir Hugh.
Ah, sweet Anne Page.
Save you, good Sir Hugh.
Bless you from his mercy's sake, all of you.
We are come to do you a good office, Master Parson.
Very well, what is it?
Yonder is a most reverend gentleman who, belike having received wrong by some person, is at most odds with his own gravity and patience that ever you saw.
I never heard a man of his place, gravity and learning so wide in his own respect.
What is he?
I think you know him. Master Dr. Caius, the renowned French physician.
God's will and passion of my heart, I had a leaf you would tell me of a mess of porridge.
Why?
He has no more knowledge in Hippocrates and Galen. He is a knave besides, a cowardly knave, as you would desire us to be acquainted with all.
I warrant you, he's the man should fight with him.
Oh, sweet Anne Page.
Here comes Dr. Caius.
Nay, good Master Parson, keep in your weapon.
So do you, good Master Doctor.
Disarm them and let them question. Let them keep their limbs whole and hack our English.
I pray you, let me speak a word with your ear. Therefore will you not meet me.
Pray you, use your patience in good time.
My God, you are the coward, the Jacques-Dog Jacques-Imp.
Pray you, let us not be laughing stocks to other men's humors. I desire you in friendship, and I will one way or other make you amends. I will nog your urinals about your knave's coxcomb for missing your meetings and appointments.
Diable! Jacques Rugby, mine host de Jartier, have I not stay for him to kill him? Have I not at the place that I did appoint?
As I am a Christian soul now, look you, this is the place appointed. I'll be judgment by mine host of the garter.
Peace, I say, Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul curer and body curer.
Aye, that is very good, excellent.
Peace, I say. I hear mine host of the garter. Am I politic? Am I subtle? Am I a Machiavel? Shall I lose my doctor? No. He gives me the potions and the motions. Shall I lose my parson, my priest? He gives me the proverbs and the no verbs. Give me thy hand, terrestrial, so. Give me thy hand, celestial, so. Boys of art, I have deceived you both. I have directed you to wrong places. Your hearts are mighty, your skins are whole, and let burnt sack be the issue. Come, lay thy swords to pawn. Follow me, lads of peace. Follow, follow, follow.
Oh, sweet Anne Page.
I desire you that we may be friends, and let us gnaw our brains together to be revenge on this same scurvy clogging companion, the host of the garter.
By God, with all my heart, he promised to bring me where is on the page. By God, he deceiving me too.
Well, I will smite his noddles. Pray you, follow.
Well met, Mistress Page. Whither go you?
Truly, sir, to see your wife. Is she at home?
Aye. I think if your husbands were dead, you two would marry.
Be sure of that. 2 other husbands.
Where had you this pretty weathercock?
What do you call your knight's name, Sirrah?
Sir John Falstaff.
Sir John Falstaff.
I can never hit on his name. Is your wife home indeed?
Indeed she is.
By your leave, sir, I am sick till I see her.
Has Page any brains? Has he any eyes? Hath he any thinking? And now she's going to my wife and Falstaff's boy with her. Good plots they are laid, and our revolted wives share damnation together. Well, I will take him, then torture my wife, pluck the borrowed veil of modesty from the so seeming Mistress Page, divulge Page himself for a secure and willful action, and to these indolent proceedings shall my neighbors cry aim. The clock gives me my cue, and my assurance bids me search. There I shall find Falstaff. Falstaff is there. I will go.
Well met, Master Ford.
Seems we have lost Master Ford. Has anybody seen him around?
Master Ford?
I swear he was here a second ago.
Oh, well met, Master Ford.
Trust me, I wandered off for a bit, but you are a good knot. I have a good cheer at home, and I pray you all go with me.
I must excuse myself, Master Ford.
And so must I, sir. We have appointed to dine with Mistress Anne.
We have lingered about a match between Anne Page and my cousin Slender, and this day we shall have our answer.
I hope I have your goodwill, Father Page.
You have, Master Slender. I stand wholly for you. But my wife, Master Doctor, is for you altogether.
Aye, begad, and the maid is love of me. My nurse shall quickly tell me so much.
What say you to young Master Fenton? He has eyes of youth. He smells of April and May. He will carry it. He will carry it.
Not by my consent, I promise you. The gentleman is of no having. No, he shall not knit a knot in his fortunes with the finger of my substance. If he take her, let him take her simply. The wealth I have waits on my consent, and my consent goes not that way.
Well, I beseech you heartily, some of you go home with me to dinner. Besides your cheer, you still have sport. I will show you a monster. Master Doctor, you shall go. So shall you, Master Page, and you, Sir Hugh.
Well, fare you well. We shall have a freer wooing at Master Page's.
Go home, Jean Rugby. I come anon.
Farewell, my hearts. I will to my honest knight Falstaff, and drink canary with him.
Have you see this monster?
What, John? What, Robert?
Oh, quickly, is the buck basket?
I warrant. What, Robin, I say?
Come.
Come, servants. Here, set it down.
Give your men the charge. We must be brief.
Mary, as I told you before, Robert, be ready here hard by in the brew house. And when I suddenly call you, come forth and without any pause or staggering, take this basket on your shoulders. That done, trudge with it in all haste and carry it among the Winsters in Datchet Mead. And there, empty it in the muddy ditch close by the Thames side.
You'll do it?
Be gone, and come when you are called.
Here comes little Robin.
My master Sir John is at your back door, Mistress Ford, and requests your company.
You little Jacqueline, have you been true to us?
I'll be sworn. My master knows not of your being here, and hath threatened to put me into everlasting liberty if I tell you of it, for he swears he'll turn me away.
Oh, I'll go hide me.
Do so. Go tell thy master I am alone. Mistress Page, remember your cue.
No, I warrant thee, if I do not act, hiss me.
Go to then. We'll teach him how to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why, let me die, for I have lived long enough. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford, I cannot cog, I cannot prate. Mistress Ford, now shall I sin in my wish. I wish thy husband were dead. I would make thee my lady.
I, your lady, Sir John. Alas, I should be a pitiful lady.
What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee there's something extraordinary in thee. I love thee, none but thee, and thou deservest it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Thou mightst as well say I love to walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Well, heaven knows how I love you, and you shall one day find it.
Keep in that mind, I'll deserve it.
Nay, I must tell you, so you do, or else I could not be in that mind.
Mistress Ford, here's Mistress Page at the door and would need speak with you presently.
She shall not see me. I will ensconce me behind the arras.
Pray you do so. She's a very tattling woman. What's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You're shamed, you're overthrown, you're undone forever.
What's the matter, good Mistress Page?
Oh, well a day, Mistress Ford, having an honest man to a husband, to give him such a cause of suspicion.
What cause of suspicion?
What cause of suspicion? Your husband's coming hither, woman, with all the officers in Windsor. You are undone.
'Tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it be not so, that you have such a man here, but 'tis most certain your husband's coming with half Windsor at his heels, to search for such a one. I come before to tell you, but if you have a friend here, convey him out, defend your reputation, or bid farewell to your good life forever.
Oh, what shall I do? There is a gentleman, my dear friend, and I fear not mine own shame so much as his peril. I had rather than £1,000 he were out of the house.
For shame, your husband's here at hand. Bethink you of some conveyance. In the house you cannot hide him. Oh, how you have deceived me. Look, here is a basket. If he be of any reasonable stature, he may creep in here and throw foul linen upon him, as if he were going to buccaning, or it is a whining time. Send him by your 2 men to Datchet Mead.
He's too big to go in there. Oh, what shall I do?
Let me see it. Let me see it. Oh, let me see it. I'll in. Follow your friend's counsel. I'll in.
What, Sir John Falstaff, are these your letters, knight?
I love thee. Help me away. Let me creep in here. I'll never...
Help to cover your master, boy. Call your men, Mistress Ford, you dissembling knight.
What, John? Robert, John! Go take up these clothes here quickly. Carry them to the laundress in Datchet Mead. Quickly, come.
Pray you, come near. If I suspect without cause, why then make sport at me. Then let me be your jest. I deserve it. Well, how now? Whither bear you this?
To the laundress, forsooth.
Why? What have you to do whither they bear it? You are best meddle with buck washing.
Buck. I would I could wash myself of the buck. Buck, buck, buck. I buck, I warrant you, buck, and of the season too it shall appear. Here be my keys. Ascend my chambers. Seek, search, find out. I'll warrant we'll unkennel the fox. Let me stop this way first. So now uncape.
Good Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
True, Master Page, but up, gentlemen, you shall see sport anon. Follow me, gentlemen.
This is very fantastical humors and jealousies.
By God, 'tis not the fashion of France. It is not jealous in France.
Nay, follow him, gentlemen. See the issue of his search.
Is there not a double excellency in this?
I know not which pleases me better, that my husband is deceived, or Sir John. I am half afraid he will have need of washing, so throwing him into the water will do him a benefit.
I would all of the same strain were in the same distress.
I think my husband has some special suspicion of Falstaff's being here, for I never saw him so gross in his jealousy till now.
I will lay a plot to try that, and we will yet have more tricks of Falstaff.
Shall we send that foolish carrion mistress quickly to him and excuse his throwing into the water and give him another hope to betray him to another punishment?
We will do it. Let him be sent for tomorrow, 8 o'clock, to have amends.
I cannot find him. It may be that the knave bragged of that he could not compass.
Heard you that?
You use me well, Master Ford, do you?
I do so.
Heaven make you better than your thoughts.
Amen.
You do yourself mighty wrong, Master Ford.
I must bear it.
If there be anybody in the house, and in the chambers, and in the coffers, and in the presses, heaven forgive my sins at the day of judgment.
By gar, nor I too. There is no bodies.
Fie, Master Ford. Are you not ashamed? I would not have your distemper in this kind for the wealth of Windsor Castle.
'Tis my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it.
You suffer for a bad conscience. Your wife is as honest a woman as I will desire among 5,000 and 500 too.
By gar, I see it is an honest woman.
Well, I promised you a dinner. I will thereafter make known to you why I have done this. Come, wife. Come, Mistress Page. I pray you pardon me. Pray heartily pardon me.
Let's go in, gentlemen. But trust me, we'll mock him. I do invite you tomorrow morning to my house to breakfast. After, we'll a birding together. Shall it be so?
Anything.
If there is one, I shall make two in the company.
If there be one or two, I shall make a deterred.
I see I cannot get thy father's love. Therefore no more turn me to him, sweet Nan.
Alas, how then?
Why, thou must be thyself. He doth object I am too great of birth, and that my state being galled with my expense, I seek to heal it only by his wealth. Besides these, other bars he lays before me, my riots past, my wild societies, and tells me 'tis a thing impossible. I should love thee but as a property.
Maybe he tells you true.
No, heaven so speed me in my time to come. Albeit, I will confess thy father's wealth was the first motive that I wooed thee, Anne. Yet wooing thee, I found thee of more value than stamps in gold or sums in sealed bags, and 'tis the very riches of thyself that now I aim at.
Gentle Master Fenton, yet seek my father's love. Still seek it, sir. Hark you hither.
Break their talk, mistress, quickly. My kinsman shall speak for himself.
I shall make a shaft or a bolt on it. Slit is but venturing.
Be not dismayed.
No, she shall not dismay me.
Hark ye, Master Slender would speak a word with you.
I come to him. This is my father's choice. Oh, what a world of vile, ill-favored faults looks handsome in 300 pounds a year.
And how does good Master Fenton? Pray you, a word with you.
She's coming to her. Cuz, oh boy, thou hast a father.
I had a father, Mistress Anne.
Mistress Anne, my cousin loves you.
Aye, that I do.
And he will maintain you like a gentlewoman.
Aye, that I will.
He will make you 150,000 pounds jointer.
Good Mistress Shallow, let him move for himself.
She calls you, cuz. I'll leave you.
Now, Master Slender,
Now, good Mistress Anne.
what is your will?
My will? Odds hardlings, that's a pretty jest indeed. I never made my will yet. I thank heaven. I'm not such a sickly creature. I give heaven praise.
I mean, Master Slender, what would you with me?
Truly, for mine own part, I would little or nothing with you. You may ask your father. Oh, here he comes.
Now, Master Slender. Love him, daughter Anne. Why, how now? What does Master Fenton here? You wrong me, sir, thus still to haunt my house. I told you, sir, my daughter is disposed of.
Nay, Master Page, be not impatient.
Good Master Fenton, come not to my child.
She is no match for you.
Sir, will you hear me?
No, good Master Fenton. Come, Mr. Shallow. Come, Son Slender, in. Knowing my mind, you wrong me, Master Fenton.
Speak to Mistress Page.
Good Mistress Page, for that I love your daughter in such a righteous fashion as I do. Let me have your goodwill.
Good mother, do not marry me to yon fool.
I mean it not. I seek you a better husband.
Oh, that's my Master Doctor.
Alas, I'd rather be set quick of the earth and bowled to death with turnips.
Come, trouble not yourself. Good Master Fenton, I will not be your friend, nor your enemy. My daughter will I question how she loves you, and as I find her, so am I affected.
Farewell, gentle mistress. Farewell, Nan.
This is my doing now. Nay, said I, will you cast away your child on a fool and a physician? Look on Master Fenton. This is my doing.
I thank thee, and I pray thee, once tonight give my sweet Nan this ring. There's for thy pains.
Oh, now heaven send thee good fortune. A kind heart he hath. A woman would run through fire and water for such a kind heart. But yet I would my master had Mistress Anne, or I would Master Slender had her, or in sooth I would Master Fenton had her. I will do what I can for them all three, for so I have promised, and I'll be as good as my word. But speciously, for Master Fenton. Well, I must have another errand to Sir John Falstaff from my two mistresses. What a beast am I to slack it.
Bardolph, I say.
Here, sir.
Go fetch me a quart of sack, put a toast in it. If I live to be carried in a basket like a barrow of butcher's offal and to be thrown into the Thames? Well, if I be served such another trick, I'll have my brains out and buttered and give them to a dog's for a New Year's gift. The rogue slighted me into the river with as little remorse as they would have drowned a blind bitch's puppies, 15 in a litter. And you may know by my size, I have a kind of alacrity in sinking. If the bottom were as deep as hell, I should down.
Here's mistress, quickly, sir, to speak with you.
Let me pour in some sack to the Thames water, for my belly's as cold as if I'd swallowed snowballs.
Come in, woman!
By your leave, I cry you mercy. Give your worship good morrow.
Take away these chalices. Go brew me a bottle of sack finally.
With egg, sir?
Simple of itself, I'll no pullet sperm in my brewage. How now?
Marry, sir, I come to your worship from Mistress Ford.
Mistress Ford. I have had Ford enough. I was thrown into the Ford. I have my belly full of Ford.
Alas the day, good heart, that was not her fault. She does so take on with her men. They mistook their erection.
So did I mine, to build upon a foolish woman's promise.
Well, she laments, sir, for it, that it would yearn your heart to see it. Her husband goes this morning a birding, She desires you once more to come to her between 8 and 9.
Well, I will visit her, tell her so.
I will tell her.
Well, begone, I will not miss her.
Peace be with your worship.
I marvel I hear not of Master Brooke. He sent me word to stay within. I like his money well. Oh, here he comes.
Bless you, sir.
Now, Master Brooke, you come to know what hath passed between me and Ford's wife.
That indeed, Sir John, is my business.
Master Brooke, I will not lie to you. I was at her house the hour she appointed me.
And sped you, sir?
Very ill-favoredly, Master Brooke.
Well, how so, sir? Did she change her determination?
No, Master Brooke, but the Peking Cornuto, her husband, Master Brooke, dwelling in a continual alarm of jealousy, comes me in the instant of our encounter after we had embraced, kissed, protested, and as it were spoke the prologue of our comedy, and at his heels a rabble of his companions thither provoked and instigated by his distemper, and forsooth to search his house for his wife's love.
What, while you were there?
While I was there.
And did he search for you and could not find you?
You shall hear. As good luck would have it, comes in Mistress Page, gives intelligence of Ford's approach, and in her invention and Ford's wife distraction, they conveyed me into a buck basket.
A buck basket?
By the Lord, a buck basket! Rammed me in with foul shirts and smocks, socks, and foul stockings, greasy napkins that, Master Brooke, there was the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostril.
And how long lay you there?
Oh, nay, you shall hear, Master Brooke, what I have suffered to bring this woman to evil for your good. Being thus crammed in the basket, a couple of Ford's knaves, his hinds, were called forth by their mistress to carry me in the name of foul clothes to Datchet Lane. I quaked for fear lest the lunatic knave would have searched it, but fate, ordaining he should be a cuckold, held his hand. Well, on he went for a search, and away went I for foul clothes. But mark the sequel, Master Brooke. I suffered the pangs of 3 several deaths. First, an intolerable fright, to be detected with a jealous rotten weather bellwether. Next, to be stopped in like a strong distillation with stinking clothes that fretted in their own grease. And in the height of this bath, when I was more than half stewed in grease, to be thrown into the Thames. Think of that, Master Brooke.
In good sadness, I am sorry that for my sake you have suffered all this. My suit then is desperate. Well, you'll undertake her no more.
Master Brooke, I'll be thrown into Etna as I have been into Thames, ere I will leave her thus. Her husband is this morning gone a birding. I have received from her another embassy of meeting. Twixt 8 and 9 is the hour, Master Brooke.
Well, 'tis past 8 already, sir.
Oh, is it? Then I will address me to my appointment. Come to me at your convenient leisure, and you shall know how I speed. And the conclusion shall be crowned with your enjoying her. Oh, adieu, Master Brooke. You shall cuckold Ford.
Ha! Is this a vision? Is this a dream? Do I sleep? Master Ford, awake! Awake, Master Ford! There's a hole made in your best coat, Master Ford. This 'tis to be married. This 'tis to have linen and buck baskets. Well, I will proclaim myself what I am. I will now take the lecture. He is at my house. He cannot escape me. Though what I am I cannot avoid. If I have horns to make one mad, and I'll let the proverb go with me. I'll be horn mad.
Mistress Ford, your sorrow hath eaten up my sufferance. But are you sure of your husband now?
He's a birding, sweet Sir John.
What ho!
Step into the chamber, Sir John.
How now, sweetheart? Who's at home besides yourself?
Why, none but mine own people.
Indeed?
No, certainly. Speak louder.
Truly, I am so glad you have nobody here.
Why?
Why, woman, your husband is in his old loons again, that any madness I ever yet beheld seemed but tameness to this his distemper he is in now. I am glad the fat knight is not here.
Why? Does he talk of him?
Of none but him, and swears he was carried out the last time he searched for him, in a basket. I am glad the knight is not here. Now he shall see his own foolery.
How near is he, Mistress Page?
Hard by, at the street end. He will be here anon.
I am undone. The knight is here.
Why, then you are utterly shamed, and he's but a dead man. What a woman are you! Away with him! Away with him! Better shame than murder.
Which way should he go? How should I bestow him? Shall I put him in the basket again?
No, I'll come no more in the basket. May I not go out ere he come?
Alas, 3 of Master Ford's brothers watch the door with pistols, that none shall issue out. Otherwise you might slip away ere he came.
What shall I do?
There is no hiding you in the house.
I'll go out then.
If you go out in your own semblance, you die, Sir John. Unless you go out disguised.
How might we disguise him?
Alas, the day I know not. There is no woman's gown big enough for him.
Good hearts devise something any extremity rather than a mischief.
My maid's aunt, the fat woman of Brentford, has a gown above.
On my word, it will serve him. She's as big as he is. Oh, run up, Sir John.
Go, go, sweet Sir John. Mistress Page and I will look some linen for your head.
Quick, quick. We'll come dress you straight. Put on the gown the while.
I would my husband would meet him in this shape. He cannot abide the old woman of Brentford. He swears she's a witch, forbade her my house, and hath threatened to beat her.
Heaven guide him to thy husband's cudgel, and the devil guide his cudgel afterwards.
But is my husband coming?
Ah, good sadness is he, and talks of the basket too, howsoever he had the intelligence.
We'll try that. For I'll appoint my men to carry the basket again, to meet him at the door with it, as they did last time.
Nay, but he'll be here presently. Let's go dress him like the witch of Brentford.
I'll first direct my men what they shall do with the basket. Go up, I'll bring linen for him straight. Go, sir. Take the basket again on your shoulders. Your master is hard at door. If he bid you set it down, obey him. Quickly dispatch.
Come, take it up.
Pray heaven it be not full of night again.
I hope not. I had as lief bear so much lead.
But if have you any way to unfool me again? Set down the basket, villain. Somebody call my wife. Now shall the devil be shamed. What wife, I say? Come forth. Behold what honest clothes you send forth to buccaning.
Why, this passes, Master Ford. You're not to go loose any longer. You must be pinioned.
Why, this is lunatics. Come hither, Mistress Ford, the honest woman, the modest wife, the virtuous creature that hath the jealous fool to her husband. I suspect without cause, mistress, do I?
Heaven be my witness you do, if you suspect me in any dishonesty.
Well said, brazen face. Hold it out. Come forth, Sarah.
This passes.
Are you not ashamed? Let the clothes alone.
Empty the basket, I say.
Why, man, why?
Master Page, as I am a man, there was one conveyed out of my house yesterday in this basket. Why may not he be there again? Pluck me out all the linen.
If you find a man there, he shall die a flea's death.
Here's no man.
I hope to search my house this one time. If I find not what I seek, show no color for my extremity. Let me forever be your table sport.
What ho, Mistress Page? Come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman? What old woman's that?
Nay, it is my maid's aunt, Brentford.
Witch! Have I not forbid her my house? She comes of errands, does she? We are simple men. We do not know what's brought to pass under the profession of fortune-telling. She works by charms, by spells. Come down, witch! You hag! You come down, I say!
Nay, good sweet husband. Good gentleman, let him not strike the old woman.
Come, Mother Pratt, come, give me your hand.
I'll prat her. Out of my house, you hag, you witch, you baggage. Out of here. I'll prat you, I'll fortune tell you.
Are you not ashamed? I think you have killed the poor woman.
Hang her, witch.
I think the woman is a witch, indeed. I like not when a woman has a great beard.
Will you follow, gentlemen? I beseech you, follow. See but the issue of my jealousy.
Let's obey his humor a little further. Come, gentlemen.
Trust me, he beat him most pitifully.
Nay, by the mass, that he did not. He beat him most unpitifully.
I'll have the cudgel hallowed and hung over the altar. It hath done meritorious service.
What think you? May we, with the warrant of womanhood and the witness of a good conscience, pursue him with any further revenge?
The spirit of wantonness is sure scared out of him. He will never, I think, in the way of waste, attempt us again.
Shall we tell our husbands how we have served him?
Yes, by all means, if it be but to scrape the figures out of your husband's brains.
I'll warrant they'll have him publicly shamed.
Come, to the forge with it then. Shape it. I would not have things cool.
'Tis one of the best discretions of a woman as ever I did look upon.
And did he send you both these letters at an instant?
Within a quarter of an hour.
Pardon me, wife. Henceforth do what thou wilt. I rather will suspect the sun with cold than thee with wantonness.
'Tis well, no more. Be not as extreme in submission as in offense. But let our plot go forward. Let our wives yet once again, to make us public sport, appoint a meeting with this old fat fellow where we may take him and disgrace him for it.
There is no better way than that they spoke of.
How? To send him word they'll meet him in the park at midnight? Fie, he'll never come.
You say he has been thrown in the rivers and has been grievously beaten as an old woman. Methinks there should be terrors in him that he should not come. Methinks his flesh is punished. He shall have no desires.
So think I too.
Devise but how you'll use him when he comes, and let us two devise to bring him thither.
There is an old tale that goes, Herne the hunter, sometimes a keeper here in Windsor forest, doth all the winter time at still midnight walk around about an oak with great ragged horns.
What of this?
Mary, this is our device, that Falstaff at that oak shall meet with us.
Well, let it not be doubted but he'll come. And in this shape, when you have brought him thither, what shall be done with him? What is your plot?
That likewise have we thought upon, and thus, Nan Page, my daughter, and my little son, and 3 or 4 more of their growth will dress like fairies. Upon a sudden, as Falstaff, she, and I are newly met, let them from forth a saw-pit rush at once, and fairy-like, to pinch the unclean knight, and ask him why, the hour of fairy revel in their so sacred paths he dares to tread in shape profane.
And till he tell the truth, let the supposed fairies pinch him sound.
The truth being known, we'll all present ourselves, dishorn the spirit, and mock him home to Windsor.
The children must be practiced well to this, or they'll ne'er do it.
I will teach the children their behaviors, and I will be like a jackanapes also.
Well, that will be excellent. I'll go and buy them vizards.
And at that time shall Master Slender steal my Nan away and marry her at Eton. Go, send the Falstaff straight.
Oh, nay, I'll to him again in name of Brooke. He'll tell me all his purpose. Sure, he'll come.
Fear not you that. Go get us properties and tricking for our fairies. Go, Mistress Ford, send quickly to Sir John to know his mind. I'll to the doctor. He hath my goodwill, and none but he shall marry my Nan Page. That Slender, though well landed, is an idiot, and he, my husband, best of all effects. The doctor is well moneyed, and his friends potent at court. He, none but he shall have her, though 20,000 worthier come to crave her.
What wouldst thou have, for? What, pigskin? Speak! Breathe, discuss, brief, short, quick, snap.
Marry, sir, I come to speak with Sir John Falstaff from Master Slender.
Well, there's his chamber, his house, his castle and truckle bed. Go, knock and call.
There's an old woman, a fat woman, gone up to his chamber. I'll be so bold as to stay, sir, till she come down. I come to speak with her, indeed.
A fat woman? The knight may be robbed. I'll call. Bully knight, bully Sir John, it is thine host calls.
How now, mine host?
Here's one tarries the coming down of thy fat woman. Let her descend, bully, let her descend. My chambers are honorable. Fie.
There was mine host, an old fat woman, even now with me, but she's gone.
Pray you, sir, was it not the wise woman of Brentford?
Aye, Mary, was it, Muscle Shell? What would you with her?
My master, sir, Master Slender, sent to her, seeing her go through the streets, to know, sir, whether one Nim, sir, that beguiled him of a chain, had the chain or no.
I spake with the old woman about it.
And what says she, I pray, sir?
Mary, she says that the very same man that beguiled Master Slender of his chain cozened him of it.
I would I could have spoken with the woman herself. I had other things to have spoken with her too from him.
What are they? Let us know.
I come, quick.
Why, sir, there were nothing but about Mistress Anne Page, to know if it were my master's fortune to have her or no.
Tis his fortune.
What, sir?
To have her, or no. Go, say the woman told me so.
May I be so bold as to say so, sir?
Aye, sir.
I thank your worship. I shall make my master glad with these tidings.
Thou art clerkly. Thou art clerkly, Sir John. Was there a wise woman with thee?
Aye, that there was, mine host, one that had taught me more wit than ever I learned before in my life, and I paid nothing for it neither, but was paid for my learning.
Out! Aloud, sir! Cozenage! Mere cozenage!
You and cry, villain, go. Assist me.
I would all the world might be cozened, for I have been cozened and beaten too. If it should come to the ear of the court how I have been transformed, and how my transformation hath been washed and cudgeled, they would melt me out of my fat drop by drop and liquor fishermen's boots with me. Well, if my wind were but long enough to say my prayers, I would repent. Ah, whence came you?
From the two parties, forsooth.
The devil take the one party and his damn the other. I have suffered more for their sakes more than the villainous inconstancy of man's disposition is able to bear.
And have not they suffered? Yes, I warrant you. Sir, let me speak with you in your chamber. You shall hear how things go, and I warrant to your content. Here is a letter will say somewhat.
Come up into my chamber.
Master Fenton, talk not to me.
Yet hear me speak. Assist me in my purpose, and as I am a gentleman, I'll give thee £100 in gold more than your loss.
I will hear you, Master Fenton, and I will, at the least, keep your counsel.
From time to time I have acquainted you with the dear love I bear to fair Anne Page, who mutually hath answered my affection. I have a letter from her of such contents as you will wonder at. Heart, good mine host, tonight at Hearn's Oak, just twixt 12 and 1, must my sweet Nan present the fairy queen. The purpose why is here, in which disguise, while other jests or something rank on foot, her father hath commanded her to slip away with Slender, and with him at Eton immediately to marry, she hath consented. Now, sir, her mother, ever strong against that match, and firm for Dr. Caius, hath appointed that he shall likewise shuffle her away, and at the deanery, where a priest attends, straight marry her. To this her mother's plot, she seemingly obedient likewise hath made promise to the doctor.
Which means she to deceive, father or mother?
Both, my good host, to go along with me. And here it rests, that you'll procure the vicar to stay for me at church twixt 12 and 1, and in the lawful name of marrying, to give her heart's united ceremony.
Well, husband, your device. I'll to the vicar. Bring you the maid, you shall not lack a priest.
So shall I evermore be bound to thee. Besides, I'll make a present recompense.
Prithee, no more prattling, go. I'll hold. This is the third time. I hope good luck lies in odd numbers. Away I go.
I go.
Away, I say, time wears. Hold up your head and mince. How now, Master Brooke? Master Brooke, the matter will be known tonight or never. Be you in the park about midnight at Hearn's Oak, and you shall see wonders.
But went you not to her yesterday, sir, as you told me you had appointed?
I went to her, Master Brooke, as you see, like a poor old man, but I came from her, Master Brooke, like a poor old woman. That same knave Ford, her husband, hath the finest mad devil of jealousy in him, Master Brooke, that ever governed frenzy. I will tell you, he beat me grievously in the shape of a woman. I am in haste. Follow me, I'll tell you strange things of this knave Ford, on whom tonight I will be revenged, and I will deliver his wife into your hand. Follow. Strange things in hand, Master Brooke. Follow.
Come. We'll couch in the castle ditch till we see the light of our fairies. Remember, son Slender, my daughter.
Aye, forsooth, I have spoke with her, and we have a nay word how to know one another. I come to her in white and cry mum. She cries budget, and by that we know one another.
It is struck 10 o'clock.
Let's away. Follow me.
Master Doctor, my daughter is in green. When you see her time, take her by the hand. Away with her to the deanery and dispatch it quickly. Go before into the park. We two must go together.
I know what I have to do. Adieu.
Fare you well, sir. My husband will not rejoice so much at the abuse of Falstaff, as he will chafe at the doctor's marrying my daughter. But 'tis no matter. Better a little chiding than a great deal of heartbreak.
Where is Nan now and her troop of fairies, and the Welsh devil Hugh?
They are all couched in a pit hard by Hearn's Oak, with obscured lights, which at the very instant of Falstaff's and our meeting, they will at once display to the night.
That cannot choose but amaze him.
If he be not amazed, he will be mocked. If he be amazed, he will every way be mocked.
The hour draws on. To the oak! To the oak!
Trib, fairies, come and remember your parts. Be bold, I pray you. Follow me into the pit, and when I give the watchwords, do as I bid you. Come, Trib.
The Windsor bell hath struck 12. The minute draws on. Now the hot-blooded gods assist me. Remember, Jove, thou wast a bull for thy Europa. O powerful love that in some respects makes a beast a man, in some other a man a beast. When gods have hot backs, what shall poor men do? For me, I am here a Windsor stag, and the fattest, I think, in the forest. Who comes here? My doe.
Sir John, art thou there, my dear?
My doe, let it thunder to the tune of green sleeves. Let there come a tempest of provocation. I will shelter me here.
Mistress Page is come with me, sweetheart.
Divide me like a bribe buck, each a haunch. I will keep my sides to myself, and my horns I bequeath your husbands.
Alas, what noise?
Heaven forgive our sins.
What should this be?
Away, away.
I think the devil will not have me damned, lest the oil that's in me should set hell on fire.
Fairies, black, gray, green, and white, you moonshine revelers, and you shades of night, you orphanaires of fixed destiny, attend your office and your quality. Crier Hobgoblin, make the fairy oye.
Elves, list your names. Silence, you airy toys. Cricket, to Windsor chimneys shalt thou leap, where fires thou finds unraked and hearths unswept. There pinch the maids as blue as bilberry. Our radiant queen hates sluts and sluttery.
They are fairies. He that speaks to them shall die. I'll wink and couch. No man their works must eye.
Where's Bede? Go you, and where you find a maid that, ere she sleep, has thrice her prayer said, but those asleep and think not on their sins, pinch them, arms, legs, backs, shoulders, sides, and shins.
About, search Windsor Castle, elves, within and out. Strew good luck oofs on every sacred room, that it may stand till the perpetual doom. Away, disperse, but till 'tis 1 o'clock, our dance of custom round about the oak of Herne the Hunter, let us not forget.
Pray you, lock hand in hand, yourselves in order set, but I smell a man of Middle Earth.
Heavens defend me from that Welsh fairy, lest he transform me to a piece of cheese. Oh, oh, oh.
Corrupt, and tainted in desire. About him, fairies, sing a scornful rhyme, and as you trip, still pinch him to your time. Fie on sinful fantasy, fie on lust and luxury. Lust is but a bloody fire, kindled with unchaste desire. Pinch him, fairies, mutually. Pinch him for his villainy. Pinch him and burn him and turn him about till candles and starlight and moonshine be out.
Hey, nay, 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 do not fly. I think we have watched you now. Will none but Herne the Hunter serve your turn?
I pray you, come, hold up the jest no higher. Now, good Sir John, how like you Windsor wives?
Sir John, we have had ill luck. We could never meet. I will never take you for my love again, but I will always count you my dear.
I do begin to perceive that I am made an ass. And these are not fairies. I was 3 or 4 times in the thought they were not fairies.
Sir John Falstaff, serve God, and leave your desires, and fairies will not pinch you.
Well said, Fairy Hugh.
And leave your jealousies too, I pray you.
I will never mistrust my wife again, till thou art able to woo her in good English.
Have I laid my brain in the sun and dried it, that it wants matter to prevent such gross overreaching as this? 'Tis time I were choked with a piece of toasted cheese.
This is not good to give putter. Your belly is all putter.
Cheese and putter, have I lived to stand at the taunt of one that makes fritters of English? This is enough to be the decay of lust and late walking through the realm.
Why, Sir John, do you think that we would have had the virtue out of our hearts by the head and shoulders, and have given ourselves without scruple to hell, that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
Marry, sir, we'll bring you to Windsor, to one Master Brooke that you have cozened of money, to whom you should have been a pander. Over and above that you have suffered, I think to repay that money will be a biting affliction.
Yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt eat a posset tonight at my house, where I will desire thee to laugh at my wife, that now laughs at thee. Tell her Master Slender hath married her daughter.
Doctors doubt that if Anne Page be my daughter, she is by this Dr. Caius' wife.
Whoa, Father Page.
Son, how now, son? Have you dispatched?
Dispatched? I'll make the best in Gloucestershire known on it, would I were hanged law else.
Of what, son?
I came yonder at Eton to marry Mistress Anne Page, and she's a great lubberly boy. If I had not been in the church, I would have swinged him, or he might have swinged me. If I did not think it had been Anne Page, what I might have never stirred. And 'tis a postmaster's boy?
Upon my life, then, you took the wrong.
What need you tell me that? I think so when I took a boy for a girl. If I had been married to him for all he was in a woman's apparel, I would not have had him.
Why, this is your own folly. Did not I tell you how you should know my own daughter by her garments?
I went to her in white and cried, Mum, and she cried, Budget, as Anne and I had appointed. And yet it was not Anne, but a postmaster's boy.
Good George, be not angry. I knew of your purpose, turned my daughter into green, and indeed she's now with the doctor at the greenery, and they're married.
Where is Mistress Page? By God, I am cozened. I have married un garçon, a boy, un paysan, by God, a boy. It is not on Page. By God, I am cozened.
Why did you not take her in green?
Aye, by God, and 'tis a boy. By God, I'll raise all Windsor.
This is strange. Who hath got the right Anne?
My heart misgives me. Here comes Master Fenton. How now, Master Fenton?
Pardon, good father. Good my mother, pardon.
Now, mistress, how chance you not went with Master Slender?
Why went you not with Master Doctor, maid?
You do amaze her. Hear the truth of it. You would have married her most shamefully, where there was no proportion held in love. The truth is, she and I, long since contracted, are now so sure that nothing can dissolve us. The offense is holy that she hath committed.
Stand not amazed. Here is no remedy. In love, the heavens themselves do guide the state. Money buys lands, and wives are sold by fate.
I am glad, though you have ta'en a special stand to strike at me, that your arrow hath glanced.
Well, what remedy? Heaven, Fenton, heaven give thee joy. What cannot be eschewed must be embraced.
When night dogs run, all sorts of deer are chased.
Well, I will muse no further. Master Fenton, heaven give you many, many merry days. Good husband, let us every one go home, and laugh this sport o'er by a country fire. Sir John and all.
Let it be so. Sir John, to Master Brooke you yet shall hold your word, for he, tonight, shall lie with Mistress Ford.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm getting my video set up again. Hello, hello. Thank you all for joining us. Let me turn off my virtual background. It looks kind of funny. This has been very exciting. Thank you so much. I see a whole bunch of great comments. Thank you, everybody. Cast, congratulations and bravo. Working through a couple of odd little techno quirks, but it seemed to all work out. Thank you for just powering on through it. Thank you, everybody, for your engagement. We didn't have any questions in there, but I would love to just ask a couple questions of the cast. And one of those was, who wants to share how this experience has been for them? This is completely new territory for all of us. We certainly are theater actors. Face-to-face is our job. And this has been different. So who would like to share what this experience has been for them? Terry.
So it's been interesting because, you know, you want to look like directly in the camera, but you also want to watch how people's faces are. And it gets kind of weird because it's like, you know, our screens are probably different from what the audience is seeing. So here I am wanting to look at like Mistress Ford, and it's like, no, wait, she's probably like over here or down under or some which way ever it was. But, you know, in terms of the overall experience, it's been interesting because I think as an actor, you kind of feel the energy from everybody when you're in a room together, on stage together. And here you have to do it through a video. And so it kind of adds that challenge of getting that energy and learning to react and keep the pace up while also being in front of a camera. So it's been definitely a whole new type of like experience in terms of theater.
Great, thank you. Anyone else like to share?
I have, like, going off of that, like, you know, when you're on stage, you're sharing each other's energy, you're pumping each other up, and you're sharing all that. Whereas now there's a screen there, and it's just like this giant brick wall that just blocks all of that. So no matter how much you pump yourself up and how much you're getting ready, it's blocked, it's stopped, and it can't really go any further.
Yeah, good point, good point. Did I see another hand? Kathleen.
Yeah, it's hard to act by yourself when you're not really acting by yourself. So, because you can't really look at anybody, they're right in front of you. And normally I would be, you know, turning my head this way and that, but you don't get to do that. So that is odd.
Yeah, Christine, you're muted, darling.
I know.
Okay, cool.
The one thing that I would say too is that we're seated, and
yes,
in a live case, you're almost always standing, and so you work all the way down to your toes. It's very strange to be seated.
Yeah.
Odd. It's
even being in the director's seat, being seated is weird. We spend a lot of time on our feet, and that energy is very different. Joy G joined us, for those of you who know Joy, and she has a question of, was it difficult to stay in character without being on stage?
No.
No, okay. No, not really.
No, I didn't think so.
Okay.
My only screw up was I was trying to get all my fairy stuff ready, and I heard the recompense line. Of course, my brain went to Matt Canty for one thing, but
recompense.
And then I realized I had no idea what page that was, and I couldn't get to it. And I'm so sorry, Luther.
It's okay.
I'm going.
I saw Sir Hugh and then Ford.
Oh, no, please.
Sarah.
By all means.
I actually would say the opposite, and I think it is very hard to stay in character.
Okay.
Sitting at the computer and sitting in a room by myself. I tried, but yeah, there's so many things that your mind can wander when you're not in a scene. There's, you know, sounds in the house going on and stuff to distract you. So yeah, I thought it was pretty hard to stay in character.
Okay, great, good. John Ruiz.
Yeah, I have a hard time a little bit because I'm someone who likes to like move around a lot. So yeah, and without blocking, it was funny because in my head I was like imagining this blocking, and yeah, it was so weird to not like.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't have this instrument that actors have had for, you know, thousands of years.
Right.
You know, you can't use your body. You can, I mean, so
on your feet and on your feet and in a space with other people. So we'll just have to make a rig, John, that you can wear. Maybe that's the next step in this evolution.
Yeah, green screen.
Green screen.
Yeah. The vlogger, he's just walking around with like a camera, just like doing his
taking a selfie.
Did I see your hand, Kevin?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool.
And it was really hard for me because of being smaller roles and having to stay on top of the two different roles and what's coming up next, and being ahead of the game was a lot harder just on camera.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, Terry.
Okay, so yeah, but the one thing, like, I could see how it can be very difficult to stay in character in that situation, but like, what was fun about this was actually getting to watch other people and actually getting to enjoy it as like a presentation as much as being a part of it. And then also kind of engaging with the audience, like in the YouTube comments.
Yes, you all had a good time.
Yeah, so it was kind of fun being able to do kind of like a multitasking sort of thing where it's like be in the audience, but also be an actor, and that just added a whole new dimension that was a lot of fun.
Good. We have another question from Haley Jaden. What was your favorite part of this experience?
Getting to see everybody.
Getting to see everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Juliana, Mr. Spage.
I would say that it was trying to think of, there's some iconic scenes from the show. And so trying to find ways to devise those scenes. So how are we going to solve the buck basket scene? How are we going to solve the fairy scene? So that is always kind of what's on my mind, is how can we devise those huge scenes and bring them to this Zoom environment? Because that might be where we're at for a while. And so I think that's been one of the biggest learning curves, but one of the best parts.
Great. Others? Erica.
Trying this crazy, ridiculous, insane new idea all together and seeing that it actually went really well.
Yeah, it did. It did. I think one of my favorite parts was like Kim getting to see everybody and knowing that I was going to get to see you all every week. And then when we got closer every night, and that was great. I missed the rehearsal room. I enjoyed, it's weird having a summer off. For those of us that are normally involved in Shakespeare, this is so strange, but this helped a lot with that. And you're a wonderful group of people to work with, which makes it an absolute joy. And then I also get to see your faces. This isn't just, talking on the phone. Joy also asked if we rehearsed virtually together, and Joy, yes, we did. We started this project, good Lord, pretty much right after the shelter in place started, like late March.
Yeah,
not long.
We started brainstorming and we would get together. There was a bigger group of just general interest. And then we kind of decided to go with Merry Wives of Windsor. First, we were going to do something, dark and sinister, but we decided maybe people wanted light and airy instead. And that sort of whittled down into a small group of people. We were meeting weekly, and then we we're figuring it out as we were going along. We were trying not to stress people out and over Zoom, because a lot of us were Zooming all day long for getting out of the semester, getting into our jobs and everything. We didn't want to cause Zoom burnout from something that's supposed to be fun. So a couple of weeks ago, we came up with the idea, let's just rehearse for a week straight and do it on Sunday. And so that's how this came around. We've been rehearsing all week long. And in answer to your second question, yes, we plan to do this again. And now my question goes to the cast. What play do we do next?
The $25,000 question.
The $25,000 question, exactly.
I think we should still stick with a comedy.
Still are we in Act 2 of Mr. Burns yet? Are we there? Do we want light?
Yeah.
Stuff. I don't know if we're ready to address the big issues.
Right. I don't know if we are either. And I think I agree with Kim on a comedy. The question is, what comedy? Do we pick up where Wildflower was going to be this summer? Do we wait and save that? And Alejandro, no. I think that play has caused, he said the Scottish play. I think that play's caused too much havoc this year already.
Alejandro, stop, man. Stop.
At least you didn't say it.
That's true.
I think
the world said it.
Tonight.
Yeah, I think there's Kathleen?
Something without too many sight gags.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, something
That's
without
why
too
I
many
said
sight
after
gags.
July 10 or 12.
So probably
Yeah.
not
It's 12
comedy.
night. We'd have to have the twins.
Yeah.
As You Like It is a little more open to.
Yeah.
Much Ado is out.
Much Ado is claimed. So we are not doing Much Ado because somebody else is doing Much Ado. Christine is doing Much Ado Joy, so stay tuned for that. That'll happen in the fall for City. I hope it's okay that I announce that.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
auditions are the week of the 20th of July.
And it's virtual.
And it's virtual.
Virtual, which is really exciting, the process she's going through, but we can talk about that later, but that's exciting. So we're not doing Much Ado for Apocalypse, but we will look at doing another comedy. We're looking at doing something in August to sort of wrap up the summer before we get into City Theater's fall season. And yeah, is there anything any of the cast would like to share? Anything else?
Thank you. Yes, thank you all. It was great.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We Winter's Tale, because you want to see how we'll do the bear.
Oh, we have ways. We have ways of doing the bear.
We do. We have lots of ways of doing the bear. By the way,
Harley wants
Bess,
to be in the show, you know it.
Bess says hi. Bess is the wildflower mascot. So hi. Thanks for coming. Thank you everybody for joining us. Tell us how to support us. Well, there's a couple of ways. Like our page, of course, Apocalyptic Shakespeare. Share that out. If you were interested in supporting us monetarily, a couple people had asked about buying tickets, and we decided we would just do this one, see how it goes. But if you really would like to support us, we are under the umbrella of Wildflower Ensemble. And I will post a link to the donation page for Wildflower, and it'll get earmarked for Apocalyptic Shakespeare. So when we need some new technology or we need some backdrops or something, that's what that money would go for. But I think sharing and talking about it is really the best way to support us. And this was great. Thank you so much for being here.
And the video will stay up, right?
And the video will stay up, so you can share that.
Yeah, so you can share it on Facebook.
Yeah, you can share it on Facebook. It will stay up on the Wildflower YouTube page, and we'll occasionally link it back over so that it's easy to share. So super chats. Alejandro, stop. Thank you all so very much. We promised 2 hours and we're 4 minutes over, so we will be done for tonight. Thank you, cast. Bravo. I'm so thrilled and so proud. And we will be back and we'll let you know when that's going to happen. Thanks for joining us.
Ready.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.